Hey, I'm Felix, and welcome to Millennial Dad Explains. Every week I break down one thing your kid needs to learn, give you the words to explain it, and a game you can play together tonight. Let's figure this out. Here's a question, and I want your kid to guess out loud because they're going to get it wrong, and that's the whole point. If you planted one single coin in a magic jar and every single day it doubled, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8. How much would you have after 1 month? Whatever number your kid just said, it's too small. Way, way too small. Do this jar for 1 month and that one coin turns into more than 1 billion. Stick with me, because by the end, you and your kid will understand exactly why and how to make the same trick work with real money. Remember the magic coin jar from a few weeks back? Same jar, but today it's actually magic. Your kid drops in 1 coin, just 1, and this jar has 1 rule. Whatever's inside doubles every single day. So let's watch what happens. Day 1, 1 coin. Day 2, it doubles. Now there's 2. Day 3, 4. Day 4, 8. Honestly, kind of underwhelming. 4 days in and you've got 8 coins. Your kid is not impressed, and I don't blame him. Let's jump ahead. Day 10. Now there are 512 coins. Better, but if I promised you a fortune, 500 coins in 10 days feels like the worst magic trick ever. Keep watching. This next part is the part that fools everybody. Day 15, over 16,000. Day 20, over 500,000. Day 25, almost 17 million. Feel that? The jar was crawling, and now it's sprinting. Same rule the whole time, just doubling. But look what doubling does once the pile gets big. Day 30, 1 month. That single coin is now over 500 million. Now, quick, before your kid runs outside to bury a coin in the backyard. This is pure math so you can see something. Real money does not do this in a month. Nothing does. Hold that thought. I'll show you what money really does in just a minute. But first, the wildest part. On day 30, you had about 537 million. Now watch what just one more day does. Day 31. Over 1 billion. That single extra day added more than the first 29 days combined. Let that land. The last day was worth more than the entire month before it. Remember that feeling, because that is the whole lesson of this video. That shape has a name. Grown-ups call it the hockey stick. Flat, 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 then straight up. And here's the trap hidden in that shape. All the excitement is at the end, which means if you start late, you miss the exact part that matters most. This isn't magic. It's math. It's real. And it has a name. Compound interest. Big words, tiny idea. Your money earns a little money. Then that new money earns money too. Then that earns money. Each layer stacks on the one before it. That's what compound means. It builds on itself over and over and over. Now the honest part, real money does not double every day. I wish it did. Our jar was a cartoon sped way up so you could see the shape in 1 minute. Real money grows much slower, but it makes the exact same shape. We just swap days and for years. So let me show you the real numbers with money your kid will actually have one day. Okay, just you and me for a minute, parent. There's a line people love to put in Einstein's mouth. That compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it. Most of us learn this in our 30s the hard way. Your kid just learned it today. That's the gift you're handing over right now. Here's that same shape, but with real money. Say you put away $100 for a kid at age 8, and it grows about 7% a year, a rough long-run average for invested money. By the time that kid turns 60, that $100 is worth around $3,400 from a single $100 bill left alone to do its thing. Now watch the cost of waiting. Same $100, same 7%, but you start at 28 instead of 8. By 60, only about $870. Same money, same rate. The only difference is starting 20 years earlier. and it's almost 4 times more. The multiplier was never the amount, it was the time. Let me make it impossible to forget. 2 kids. The first saves $10 a month starting at age 10, then completely stops at 20 and never adds another dime. The second waits, then saves $10 a month from 20 all the way to 60. Who ends up with more at 60? The one who started early and quit, even though the other one saved for 40 years and put in 4 times as much money. Starting early beats saving more. That's how heavy time is. Here's the part nobody told me. I didn't start until I was almost 30. Not because I couldn't, because no one ever showed me this jar. The most expensive thing I ever bought wasn't a car, or a phone, or a vacation. It was the 10 years I waited. Your kid does not have to pay that bill. And one straight shooter note, because I will not sell you a fairy tale. That 7% is an average looking backward, not a promise. Some years money grows, and some years it shrinks. We're going to talk about that risk soon, but the shape, the reward for starting early, that part holds up. So let's make your kid feel this tonight with a game. We call it the magic plant. All you need is 1 die, a pencil, and the tracker in the play pack below. Here's how it works. Your kid starts with 1 coin on the tracker. That's the seed. Every day they roll the die, and that number is how many coins the plant grows. Add it on and write the new total in the next box. 1 roll at a time. Do about 10 days in one sitting. That's 1 row of the grid. And say the running total out loud together as it climbs. That's sneaky math practice, and it's the same climbing feeling as our magic jar, just shrunk down to your kitchen table. Now the best part. Right before the very last box, stop and ask your kid to guess the final total. Write the guess down, then finish and compare. When their guess turns out way too low, and it will, that is not a mistake. That is compound interest landing in their bones. Celebrate that wrong guess. It means they felt it. Then plot it together, 1 dot per day, and connect them. Ask him, does it look like our hockey stick? Flat, then up? That little drawing on your kitchen table is the exact same shape that runs the whole money world. And then, do the version that actually counts. Open a real jar this week. Every week you both add a little. And once a month, you add a growth bonus on top, like the plant grew a little all by itself. That bonus is compound interest with training wheels. Start this week, not at 25, this week. The Magic Plant Tracker is waiting in the description below, free. Print it, grab a die, and plant your first coin tonight. The earlier your kid starts, the more the magic has to work with. So here's the whole video in 1 line. When you start beats how much you start with. The magic was never the money, it was the time. Next week, your kid asks the scary question every real investor eventually asks. But what if I plant it and lose it all? That's real, and we are not going to dodge it. Do the magic plant tonight, and tell us your kid's too small guess in the comments. See you next week. Now you've got the play. Try it tonight and tell me how it went in the comments. If this helped, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. I'm Felix. Let's keep figuring this out.